Siegfried's influence on listeners, and his reputation grew to the point where New York stations came calling and whisked Cleveland's Moondog off to the Big Apple.
He did such a job in creating this to be one of the big exports of America. This music is heard all over the world, and it probably started because Alan Freed played the records here in Cleveland.
Wixie 1260 Super Foley.
We brought the Beatles in, and it made everybody sit up and take notice and say, wow, these guys are for real.
Broadcasting with just a 5,000 watt signal, Wixie 1260 made up for a lack in wattage with personality and imagination.
Good night, Big City. Keep on thinking free.
DJs like The Duker, The Wild Child, Lou King Kirby, Billy Bass, Jack Armstrong, and others grab listeners with their unique styles.
Jack Anthony's with you, little darling. All the way to 12 tonight.
I think it was the only station anybody listened to.
But it was what the Wixie 1260 jocks did off the air that really got attention.
They knew how to promote their station in the most offbeat way that you could imagine.
From Chicken Man to the Supermen, Wixie jocks were constantly out or up and about.
We did things that brought the community together.
Or 100,000 people to a concert.
The Wixie Appreciation Day. The hottest acts in the world were brought into Cleveland. And we would invite people to come out to Geauga Lake Park. 100,000 people would show up.
All those efforts paid off.
Within about a 2-year or 3-year period, Wixie 1260 had the highest AM radio station ratings in all of America.
Norman Wayne knew how to put that combination together. Great music, great personalities, great promotion, and just be involved in the city. And Wixie became the soundtrack of Cleveland for many, many years.
But then FM radio arrived, and just as quickly as Wixie 1260 rose to the top, listeners switched frequencies.
101 WMMS.
WMMS's music selection got everyone's attention.
On any given day, you've got a new Van Morrison, a new Led Zeppelin, a new Beatles, the Stones, James Taylor, Joni Mitchell.
There was a culture around that station. Everybody was listening.
All the stations around the country started playing whatever we were playing.
And certainly in the 70s broke acts like Bowie, Springsteen, Southside Johnny.
We've had a connection with radio here that we don't have in a lot of other places.
People not only listened, they watched too.
And we also did the Coffee Break concerts, the free concert at the Agora.
Nobody was doing live, concerts.
We were in a room at noon with 800 people seeing something really groundbreaking.
I had 9 stations in Ohio that were playing that show. And that's what made Cleveland as large as it was, the fact that play Cleveland, you're covered.
Some of their live broadcasts would sort of get circulated around on cassette tapes back in the day.
There were so many acts that debuted on that Coffee Break concert that, went on to, fame and fortune.
The power to make or break acts had labels knocking on the station's doors.
The perception was you better get your record on WMMS or you're a dead duck.
It's America's top contemporary music show, Upbeat.
My father had an idea of taking top 40 radio and putting it on TV, and that's what he did.
In August of 1964, producer Herman Spiro and WEWS Television debuted the Big Five Show.
It was the first rock and roll show that wasn't a dance party. It was the anti-American Bandstand.
Showcasing multiple music acts every week, the Big Five Show quickly grew a devoted following.
People really afforded the audience an opportunity to see not just listen to records, but see the people perform.
The Big Five Show became bigger than anyone could have imagined.
So successful, syndicated after about a year, syndicated in over 100 cities.
That made Upbeat Studios a destination station for any act hoping to make it big.
I must have done the Upbeat show 2009. Among these, very rigorous, we always have some new artists that we would try to preview, and we would also try to have somebody from the show. Great opportunity to try to learn.
Catch yourselves in Boston, catch yourselves in Chicago. It was on all of us, we got that exposure.
There's another thing that is growth of the artists
Upbeat eventually lost its groove with viewers, and the studio lights did for good in 1971.
I don't think that anybody realized the importance and the magnitude of the whole thing.
Recognition of Upbeat's contributions did come when the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame named WEWS Studios a rock and roll landmark in 2000.
Everyone played with us. Everyone. The place I remember performing at the most was Leo's Casino.
You look up and it'd be a whole line out there in front of the county trying to get in that club.
The places were big and they were packed.
Canton natives and future Rock and Roll Hall of Famers, the OJs, considered Leo's a home away from home.
We probably get Leo's 5 times a year.
We rehearsed there.
It got us in front of people that we wouldn't have had an opportunity. It got us audience that we wouldn't have had a chance to be.
Record labels considered Leo's a crucial venue for their artists, but it was what was happening with the audience that would cement the club's place in rock and roll history.
It was a melting pot. The most successful integrated club in the United States. It's where black and white came together. Everybody was there just for music, and that really enhanced the reputation of the city to a very great degree.
Leo's Casino closed its doors in 1972, but the club's musical and cultural legacy was preserved when the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame named its former location